Hello, boys and girls. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody's had a good week. This is Friday, the last day of Vacation Bible School. I know it's been a little bit different, but doing the best we can. And I have a message for you guys. Today's story, well, first of all, my name is Yesef, and I am a friend of Jesus. I wasn't a disciple or an apostle, but just a friend. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. So the story today is that Jesus' power helps us to be good friends. Okay? And the verse for today is love each other in the same way that I love you. That is one of my favorite verses in the whole Bible. I love that. So today's story is going to come from the chapter of Acts, and I'm going to read part of it, and then we'll talk about it. Okay? This section is called the Fellowship of the Believers. And it says, they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to the fellowship, to the breaking of bread, and to prayer. Everyone was filled with awe, and many wonders and miraculous signs were done by the apostles. All the believers were together and had everything in common. Okay, remember that. Selling their possessions and goods, they gave to anyone who was in need. Every day they continued to meet together at the temple courts. They broke bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts, praising God and enjoying the favor of all people. Remember that also. And the Lord added to their number daily as those were saved. So, yes, my name is Joseph, and I'm one of Jesus' friends. It's been an awesome, awesome experience to be included as one of Jesus's friends. Some groups you get together, and they don't want to let anybody else in their group to be friends. Have you ever run across that? It's like, oh no, we don't want to be friends with you over there. No, we don't want you coming with us in there. We just want to have our own little group of friends. Yeah, you know, that's the way they want to be. I don't want to be friends with them. That's the way I think. But back then, um, we were all friends. It was an awesome experience. Jesus showed us how to be a good friend. He filled us with the Holy Spirit. His teachings and everything he said was geared toward being a good friend and loving each other. It's like that, like the verse says, love each other in the same way that I have loved you. Some people, when you talk to them, they just exude love. You can tell it in their voice and their actions that they just love what they do. They love who they are, and they love expressing that to everybody. And that's what Jesus did to us. So we were kind of like the beginning of the Christian church. And we started out as a small group, and we grew and grew and grew and grew as people found out about us and what we were all about. They liked what we said, and they joined us. Now, with Jesus, he had 10, 12, 13 guys going from town to town, and they would do this all the time. But it just wasn't them. You had to have people like me around to help find a place where to live. I mean, not to live, where to stay for the night. We had to get food from the market to feed everybody. We had to cook it, serve it. And so that was one of my jobs and some of the other people. So our group could be 20, 25 people all the time, with people helping them. And when people saw that we were all together, because sometimes we would have to stay in just a big room. We didn't have little rooms. We didn't have hotels back then. So it was just a little, sometimes it might just be a great big room where everybody stayed in. Cooked in that same room and everything. But people were quite amazed at our friendship, to be a group that large and to everybody to get along. Remember in the story, that in the verse that I read about, we were all had everything in common. That means we all felt the same. We all thought the same, what we were doing, what our goals were. And that allowed us to work together so well. It was an awesome thing that we were doing. I loved it. I loved it. People saw that, and it was a very powerful thing for them to see. And I think that's why some of those people joined us, because they saw how dedicated and committed we were to each other. And they liked that, and they wanted to be a part of that. And that just comes down to being a good friend. Finding somebody who you connect with. Jesus is already in your heart, okay? Holy Spirit's already in your heart. So all you have to do is open that up and see who responds. And that person is going to join you too. And you guys are going to probably be friends for a long time. So just keep your heart open to all people, okay? Not just the ones you think you want to be friends with, all right? Open it up to everybody, and see what happens. And sometimes you're not going to connect with somebody. Sometimes you're going to run into people that want to make bad choices. And if that's their choice, and that's their choice. You don't have to worry about that. You worry about yourself. Okay, but as long as you have that Holy Spirit in you, you're probably going to make a lot of good decisions and have a lot of good friends. And life is a whole lot better when you have a lot of friends. I've been missing church because that's where a lot of my friends are. And I haven't been able to see them or talk to them. So I can't wait to get back to church to see them. So we started the church long time ago. But you guys are the future of the church. Okay? Our belief was to include people to belong, to share, and to care for people. And if you were to do that, still to this day, I think you're going to do very good with the church of the future. Okay? So I know family is very important to a lot of people. And not far behind that, though, are our friends. And sometimes family and friends kind of go together. It's kind of weird, but it can. Like I said, my church friends are my church family as well. So that's what I love about that. So, okay, boys and girls, let's wrap this up. So like I said, keep the Holy Spirit and Jesus in your heart. Open it to all people. Don't make judgments on people. That's not our job. That's the Lord's job. We'll make the judgments. All we can do is open our hearts and let the Holy Spirit fill us and see what happens. And you're going to love it. So stay close to Jesus. Stay connected to your friends, which reminds me, I have a friend I haven't talked to in a long time. I need to go give him a call. Yeah. Be faithful and truly care about one another. And if we can do this in these difficult times, the world's going to be a whole lot better place. Okay? So y'all take care. Hope to see y'all real soon. Miss Kathy and I both love you, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.